Talk your shit, Shedeur. Let's fucking go. My dog.
Give the people what they want.
For sure. I mean, listen, what do I want to watch? I want to watch Shedeur Sanders.
Who doesn't want to watch that?
But,
the world wants to see him go out there and not only play, but have success.
Man, this was just an epic day for Cleveland fans all over the place.
Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce were out here carrying major hometown pride as soon as Shedeur Sanders locked in that first win as an NFL starter. These two Cleveland legends wasted no time jumping on their New Heights podcast to talk about it, and the excitement in their voices was so real, it almost sounded like they were watching the game live all over again.
Talk your shit, Shedeur. Let's fucking go. My dog goes in, gets his first start. Gets his first start, gets his first dub. First Browns QB to win in his first official start since 1995. Cleveland's been waiting for this. Deion Sanders in the building to watch his son for the first time. Man, this was just an epic day for Cleveland fans all over the place.
The moment Shedeur sealed the win, Travis had that spark, breaking down every detail with the kind of passion only a true Cleveland guy understands. Jason matched that energy too, and you could tell the whole thing hit home for both of them in a big way. Even better, Derek Carr and David Carr added their own breakdown as former quarterbacks who spent years battling defenses across the league.
Let's take a look, okay? One, the stance. He looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's got. And,
he does look cool.
And then watch how he does the motion.
All right,
watch the little head.
Okay.
He's gonna give him a little. Hey, go over here.
Oh, a little nod.
I don't need to put my foot back, lose my balance. I'm just gonna flick the head.
Watch the little nod right here.
I like that.
Watch this. All right. All right, fast motion. All right, we're on a boot.
Yeah, they like to move the pocket a little bit with him.
I wish I saw more of this, if I'm honest.
And
very calm.
Yeah, very calm. He's got pressure right in his face.
Pressure right in his face.
He dumps it down.
About to get drilled in the chops.
Yep. I'm fine with that.
Good read. There's number one.
I
threw
agree.
a good accurate ball, too. He kept his eyes downfield.
Yeah.
With people in his face. And makes a great throw.
That's incredible.
In
really,
stride.
Really good.
That's a tough throw.
Yeah.
The way they spoke on Shedeur's confidence, his command, and his movement in the pocket had fans pausing and replaying the clip because you could tell they were impressed. When seasoned NFL veterans give that kind of respect, it means something serious. While all this hype was building, Cleveland was already eyeing their upcoming matchup at Huntington Bank Field, where the Browns are getting ready to take on the 49ers in what people are calling one of the most unpredictable games of the week. The Niners sit at 8-4 with a strong reputation, while the Browns sit at 3-8 with nothing to lose and everything to prove. That alone brings drama before kickoff even arrives. Sportsbooks are listing the Browns as roughly 4-point underdogs, and the over-under is floating around 36.5, creating heavy debate across fans, gamblers, and analysts who think Cleveland might sneak in a surprise performance. And with the game set for 1 o'clock on Sunday in downtown Cleveland after a 3-inch snow dump, the city is buzzing loud. Crews are already clearing the field, and temperatures are expected to hover around 39 degrees. Perfect weather for smash-mouth football. I've been visiting family and getting ready to head back home, hoping most of the snow finally thins out. But honestly, the cold only makes the energy in Cleveland stronger. That city knows how to turn rough weather into fuel. And the team is walking into this game with serious momentum after recording 10 sacks against the Raiders, a defensive eruption that had people across the league taking them seriously for the first time in weeks. Then we swing back around to Travis Kelce because his Kansas City Chiefs took on the Cowboys last night. And although the Chiefs put up a wild fight, they took a tough loss at 31-28. Travis still showed love to Shedeur, though, proving the respect he's giving isn't just hype. He genuinely sees something real in this kid.
I would love to see it, man. Yeah. I say all this as a fellow Clevelander, and I hear with the chatter around Cleveland and how everybody just you get Deion's son in the building. He enjoys being in the limelight. He enjoys being on that football field. He's got excitement. He's the showman when he plays.
And that's only adding more fire to everything surrounding Cleveland heading into this massive game. Thanksgiving brought a high-scoring game that had fans glued to the screen, and right after it, Travis and Jason Kelce jumped straight onto their New Heights podcast to celebrate Shedeur Sanders earning his very first win as a starter with the Cleveland Browns. Hearing two hometown icons talk about how big that moment was made the whole situation feel even more electric. Travis was breaking down plays, timing, footwork, and composure, and his excitement came out with every sentence. Jason chimed in with his own analysis, and together they made it clear that Cleveland is paying attention to this new wave building around Shedeur. For Cleveland, hearing love from Travis and Jason hits the city deep because these are two guys who grew up cheering for the Browns through tough seasons, strange seasons, losing streaks, rebuilding years, everything. Even though they went on to build powerful careers with Kansas City and Philadelphia, their roots never changed. They've seen Cleveland deal with years of struggle, so the moment they see spark, potential, and leadership from someone new, You can feel the pride jump out of them. The conversation didn't stop there either. Derek Carr and David Carr added their own film study of Shedeur's first win, offering insights only real quarterbacks can give. They broke down his footwork, his timing, the way he handled pressure, and how he controlled the offense like a veteran, not a newcomer. Derek's voice and delivery made it clear he wasn't just being polite. He saw real talent brewing. Fans started sharing the clip across social media instantly, because hearing two quarterbacks praise a rookie like that doesn't happen often. I think the name of their show is Reviews Number 12, and the Carr brothers were laser focused on how calm Shedeur looked in the pocket, almost like he'd played multiple seasons already. They explained how he kept breathing steady, scanned the whole field, kept control of the line, and showed leadership the team could trust from day one. They kept saying he didn't look rattled, didn't rush, didn't panic, he just played smart football. This is setting up for one wild matchup as he heads into his game against the 49ers. The Niners are known for pressure, speed, and discipline, so watching how Shedeur responds to that challenge has the entire NFL watching closely. Everyone wants to see if he can keep that same calm energy against a team known for shutting down young quarterbacks. And the hype around him continues growing because fans are starting to feel like they're watching the beginning of something new in Cleveland. The Kelce brothers, the Carr brothers, the fans, everyone is talking. And once that many people from different corners of the league start buzzing at the same time, that's when you know something special is building fast. The way everyone broke down Shedeur's film had fans locked in, especially when they pointed out how smooth he looked while dealing with pressure crashing around him. They showed how he kept his shoulders relaxed, brought a receiver into motion with just a clean little head nod, and never flinched even with defenders closing in, fast. The moment he stepped into that throw with bodies flying in front of him, the reaction online went crazy because you could see pure confidence in how he delivered the ball. Hearing Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce, Derek Carr, and David Carr all talk about Shedeur, like that carries major weight, because these guys spent years battling in the league, studying defenses, studying quarterbacks, and recognizing raw talent the moment they see it. When they say someone looks poised or comfortable, it's because they've seen hundreds of quarterbacks who weren't. And when they highlight how Shedeur handled pressure like he belonged there, fans started paying attention in a whole new way. Right now, the NFL feels like it's waking up to a shockwave around Shedeur's presence. His name is already bouncing around interviews, podcasts, highlight shows, and news segments, and every day somebody new steps up to give their opinion. Players, coaches, analysts, everybody's talking. It's turning into this lightning storm of attention that's hitting fast and hitting loud. Then Coach Kyle Shanahan added his voice to the conversation, and that made the buzz even bigger. Let's take a listen to what he said.
I didn't put a lot of time into him personally. I knew our coaching staff thought he was a good player. The tapes that they showed me, I thought he was a good player also. It did surprise me, just going a little bit later when he did, just hearing what everyone was estimating and stuff.
What do you remember about watching Dion as a kid and now how full circles is that you're facing his son?
It is weird just because he was my hero growing up. He was probably the #1 player just in terms of being a true fan of. I always talk about how he got his jersey in '94 and wore it for about 6 months straight until someone jacked it from me. I'm still looking for that guy. But no, he was such a unique player. He was just different than everyone, his talent and everything. And to watch him be a coach and to watch him raise, I think he's got 3 boys, but to watch the 2 boys in sports has been really cool to watch. And I know my wife, my daughter, they're huge Colorado fans too. And so I get to hear about Buffaloes all the time.
Shanahan talked about how he grew up watching and idolizing primetime Deion Sanders and how much respect he has for him as both a former superstar and a coach. Hearing that from one of the smartest offensive minds in football made fans sit up, because when a coach like Shanahan studies your tape, people know you're on the radar in a serious way. Now we get to watch this heavyweight matchup between Shanahan's high-powered offense and Jim Schwartz's aggressive Cleveland Browns defense. And people know Schwartz has a unique history of giving Shanahan trouble. Even without the exact stats in front of us, anyone who watches football knows Schwartz's system has disrupted Shanahan's plans more than once. Cleveland's defense is coming in hot after landing 10 sacks in their last game, and the team is hyped up more than usual. Meanwhile, Shanahan is rolling with Brock Purdy and a deep lineup of offensive weapons who can break open a game with one mistake from the defense. This isn't just a matchup, it's a chess match where both coaches know each other's tricks, tendencies, and habits. Everyone is waiting to see how Shedeur responds to all this pressure and attention as he steps into his second game, because it's rare to see this much excitement around a quarterback this early in his career. And the fact that so many champions and veterans are rooting for him is pushing the hype to a whole new level. Michael Irvin jumped in with his own strong message about Coach Stefanski, and the way he broke it down had fans locked in instantly.
Any true leader and great teacher, they know when to raise you up and give you something here. This locker room is thirsty for some hope. That's why you saw Myles Garrett act like that. There was hope. They're thirsty for hope. And you could have given him something. I understand he's worried about filling gate growth, but he could have given him something. He could have said something. For him to skip over Shedeur like that, that was sad. That was crazy. Made me think, oh, there really is something going on with you, buddy.
He talked about Stefanski's leadership style, how he carries himself, and how he guides the team with a calm but serious presence that players respect. Michael compared Stefanski's coaching approach to some of the legendary coaches he played under during his time with the Cowboys, and that comparison alone made people sit up because Irvin doesn't throw compliments around lightly. The way he described Stefanski, you could tell he was speaking from real experience, not just throwing hype. He talked about the importance of trust, discipline, and consistency, and how Stefanski has been building that culture in Cleveland step by step. He explained that when a coach understands players and communicates clearly, it changes everything about how a team responds on the field. And hearing those words from someone like Michael Irvin adds a layer of credibility that hits deeper than any analyst or reporter could ever bring. Michael is a Hall of Fame talent, a competitor who lived through championships, battles, injuries, and locker room wars. When he gives a coach respect, it's because he recognizes traits that actually win games in the real world, not just in theory. Michael Irvin always speaks with raw honesty, and that's why fans love listening to him. He doesn't pretend, doesn't sugarcoat, doesn't dance around his point. He goes straight into what he sees and what he believes. And when he said Stefanski reminds him of some of the powerful leaders he had in Dallas, that hit hard because those Cowboys teams were built on discipline, toughness, and fearless coaching. He talked about Stefanski's growth over the years, how he's handled pressure, how he navigated criticism, and how he stuck to his system even when people doubted him. Michael explained that this type of coach is exactly what a young quarterback like Shedeur needs. Someone stable, consistent, and able to teach without panicking under stress. Because when a coach stays calm, the team follows. He also pointed out the way Stefanski communicates with the team on the sidelines, keeping everyone locked in during tough moments. Michael said this type of leadership is what separates coaches who last from coaches who fade out. And the fact that Stefanski has the trust of players across the roster proves he's building something with real substance. Fans loved hearing Michael talk like that because he brings energy no one else can match. His voice carries passion, history, experience, and that old-school fire that comes from competing at the highest level. When he says a coach is the real deal, people believe it. And everything he said about Stefanski shows that Cleveland might finally have a leader who can guide this team through the wild ups and downs of the NFL. Michael Irvin stays true to the game every time he speaks, and hearing him break down Stefanski's leadership added even more excitement to everything happening around Cleveland right now. Everything happening around Cleveland right now feels like the city just woke up from a long sleep and realized it's ready to shake the whole league. You got Shedeur Sanders stepping onto the field like he's been here for years. You got players across the NFL speaking on him with real respect. You got coaches studying his game like they're preparing for a new era. And the entire city is buzzing with a type of hope you don't see often in Cleveland. It feels powerful watching all these voices line up behind this moment. The excitement isn't coming from hype alone. It's coming from what people are actually seeing on the field. The calmness, the footwork, the leadership, the way he controls the offense, the way he communicates with teammates, the way he handles pressure without blinking. It's all adding fuel to something bigger. Every snap, every throw, every read seems to spark another conversation somewhere in the league, and the spotlight keeps getting brighter every single day. The Browns' defense is cooking with confidence too, and when a young quarterback steps in with a defense that plays like that behind him, the entire team starts walking with a different type of energy. The coaching staff is locked in, the players are locked in, and the fans are louder than ever because they can feel this shift happening right in front of them. It's like the whole city is standing on the edge of something major. And when you got legends like Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce, Derek Carr, David Carr, and even Michael Irvin stepping up to talk about what they're seeing, it sends shockwaves through the league. Those guys don't waste time praising a player unless they mean it. Veterans who have been through every level of competition are pointing at Shedeur and saying he's bringing something serious to Cleveland, and that alone is pushing this story into a whole different lane. Even opposing coaches can't help noticing what's building. Shanahan spoke on Shedeur with real respect, and that's saying something because he's one of the smartest minds in football. When a coach like him is studying your moves, you know the league isn't taking you lightly. And now you got this giant matchup forming with two powerful schemes crashing into each other and a young quarterback stepping into the spotlight with the whole football world watching. This entire run has turned into one of the most talked about stories of the season, and fans are chasing every update, every clip, every reaction. People want to know what's next, what this momentum turns into, what the next chapter holds, and how this journey keeps unfolding as pressure rises. And that's where things get exciting. because this story is growing fast and nobody wants to miss the next twist. So if you're really trying to stay locked in, stay ahead, and catch every angle the moment it drops, you already know where to tap in. Huddle Files has you covered. They're breaking down every update, every reaction, every film study, every player quote, and every shift in real time with clean info and raw energy. If you want the full story with all the details everyone else misses, that's the spot you dial into without hesitating. More is coming, the noise is getting louder, and this ride is only heating up. And if you're not tapped into Huddle Files, you're missing the wave the rest of the football world is already riding. And you already know, we'll have every second of it broken down. Every twist, every leak, every hidden play behind the headlines. So like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share it out. Stay locked in with Huddle Files, where the real NFL stories live.